Howdy, you guys. So, Jeff over at Monco sent me this video, or actually told me about it. I went looking. So Brian doesn't get shitty here. He doesn't really.
He's not disrespectful.
Like,
I didn't take any disrespect.
So I'm not gonna jump my shit, but I'll let him. Same thing with Rich and Barrett. He takes it there. He takes it there. Because I don't want to go out. I think he's a funny dude. So I don't know why he's kind of taking it for Rich, like saying that just because he has a mental illness.
Listen, here's the facts. Here's how life really is, and it really works for anybody. Having a mental illness, having a learning disability, having well, that'd be the two things. Having it's not an excuse or a reason to be a piece of shit. You don't get a mentally handicapped person rape somebody and then get off the hook because, well, I didn't know better. You know what I mean? The only time that happens is if you can prove he was insane at the time of the crime. In order to prove that, you have to be able to prove you didn't know right from wrong.
And we've all proven Rich knows right from wrong.
Right. I mean, listen, having a disability does not excuse your behavior. It's like somebody who knows if they get drunk, they're going to beat their old lady. Dude, quit drinking. Because if you proceed to get drunk, then you're a piece of shit.
So, I'm going to let him speak, and then I want to address Java for a minute and talk about some things there. Because I'm not going to do his review tonight. I want to do Barry, but...
I got a question out there real quick before you start. Has anybody else been having because we have cable Wi-Fi here, and then obviously our phones are off the satellite. Has anybody else been, I don't know, once a week or so having both forms of Wi-Fi and the cable internet blocked where it won't work for about 45 minutes?
He's not right in the head. He does have a form of mental illness. It's more than obvious. So in a way, I can say,
yeah, he's a hoarder.
He can't help what he is. He is what he is. We all are what we are. Nothing I could ever do or say would ever change anything. But I like having fun with it.
I don't want to change him to change.
And in a way, I hope that maybe somewhere along the lines, maybe a little something will slip through the cracks in his fucking ears. And he may just stop and think about something. It's only going to help him. It's only going to benefit him. It ain't going to do a fucking damn thing for me if he smartens up. And then I see people, yeah, I know he's done some pretty horrible things. Disrespecting and degrading women, children. I know it's horrible. For any normal-minded person, it's inexcusable.
What does being normal or not normal? Wrong is wrong. Right is right. I mean, look, I'm going to say this. Jabba, being a liar is not okay. If you make up stories and fibs and lie, then that's not okay. Listen, I don't want to hear you have a mental illness. I don't want to hear you have a mental disease. If you make up fucking stories and big ass fucking bullshit.
Listen, here's the facts. If you're the type of person you need to tell a lie to try to gain some attention, to gain some clout, to do something like that, you are not a decent human being. That's just not
exactly.
How it works. It's not how it works. I mean, that's being an emotional vampire. I mean, that's not okay. And I want to be clear with Barry and Rich. I don't give two fucks about them. I'm not trying to destroy their lives. If all I want to do is be funny, make fun of them as much as I can, and if I can make their day a little rougher, then I've done something. That's my goal. You're not going to probably ever cancel Barry. You're not ever going to cancel Rich. It's not going to happen. Even people that get canceled, they still have their platform. They're just not as popular, right? I mean, you're never going to take off the internet. That was never my goal.
I mean, I know one.
They fucking blatantly disrespected me, and I'm not one that's going to be disrespected by another man. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I want to say this.
I put my time in. I'm not disrespectful to anybody first, but if somebody wants to take it there, then that's so be it. And I always ask them first, are you sure you want to do this? Because once we cross this line, I don't care if you get on your knees and try to blow me. It's never going to be cool again. I'm going to come after you. I'm going to come after you till the end of time with everything I have. I'm going to have a private investigator dig into your background, and I've done it on both of them. I'm going to fucking have. I'm going to push it to the fullest I can push it. Because listen, man. This is the facts about me. I am a piece of shit. I'm not saying this for people. I am not a good person. I have done horrible things in life. I have hurt people. I have done maybe 4 things right in my entire fucking 50 years of life. Haley, Austin, Tori. That's 3 of the things I did right. And 2 of them, I don't know how I got right. My kids turned out fucking awesome. I don't know how I got it right. That's the only 3 things in life that I've done that is right.
Can your son step in and say how you did it right?
That hasn't took me 5 tries to get right. Now I've got my life right now. I'm almost 50 fucking years old. It took me till 35 to even start getting right.
Can your son say how you got it right?
How's that, bud?
Lots and lots of emotional damage and seeing what drugs do to people.
Right. I mean, I don't claim to be a good person. I don't want. Listen, when I die, the worst thing that could happen is I'm not gonna have a funeral, but the worst thing that could happen is for somebody to say he was a good dude, because I am not a good dude, man. But I'm not a liar. Never been a liar. If I give you my word, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do it. I told Barry I was coming to Ohio. I came to Ohio. I mean, if I tell you I'm going to do something and I give you my word on it, I'm gonna follow through to the fullest with that, because that's what differentiates. I can't say it right. That's what separates the men from the boys.
Look, there's this quote here that Dad likes. It says, "I may not be the man I want to be, but I'm trying to avoid the man I used to be.
Exactly.
Just give me a minute."
It's like people get on here and lie about their club affiliations and shit. Listen, man, nobody affiliated with a club would ever get on the fucking internet and brag about their affiliation, unless they was the president of that chapter or a higher up in that chapter. They wouldn't do it. They just wouldn't do it.
But at times I need to take a step back and look at the reason why he does it. He just can't help himself. That's the way he is. That's how his mind does not work.
Going on and on and on and on.
His mind does not work in a normal fashion like the best.
Again, what the fuck does normal, like, seriously, explain it. What does normal have to do with anything?
Listen, it gives me and the boys something to cheese on. It gives me a break from the everyday realities that kick my ass constantly. Like paying bills, taking care of a house. I don't care if he ever gets right. He never will. I hope 10 more of them fuckers pop up in my life, because it gives me a break.
Let me talk real quick. What does normal have to do with anything? Wrong. Listen, normal or not, wrong is wrong. If you're gonna get on here and spout a bunch of bullshit and lies that can be fact checked,
look,
then you admit to those lies.
Look, man,
that's not okay.
He is a racist, 100, and I'm not down with that shit, man. I'm not gonna sit here and go, I got African American. He said, it's none of nobody's business. But I'm telling you, I am not cool with that racist shit. Dude, listen, the last time I did time, I'll tell you all a story. The last time I did time, when they put me in the block, they put me, and my felonies wasn't serious felonies. They put me in the serious block, and in the block with the big boy felonies, with the murders and the rapists. Because in Vigo County, they try to for the most part separate,
hey, Dad, crime. Can you tell them why you got treated like that, though? What you did a week prior?
I'll tell. A week before that, the cop that arrested me, I split his whole fucking face open.
In what?
I was in handcuffs. I told him, again, I'm a man of my word. I told him I was going to get him, and he laughed at me. So I fucking headbutted him. Anyway, the week before that,
after he'd been laying in the ditch thinking he was a plant,
I got sentenced. I got sentenced on that, and I was on probation for that. And he arrested me. So when he took me to jail, he's a deputy sheriff. He has clout at the what? Sheriff's Department, which who takes care of the jail? The Sheriff's Department. They stuck me in this block, and I was one of maybe 5 white guys in this block. And it was overcrowded, and it was in the old part of the jail. And they put me in a cell, in a 4-man cell, keep in mind, with 5. Well, not all of them was big, but most of them, 3 of the 5 was big old boys. And they treated me decent, man. I mean, more than decent, man. They would try to get me to rap with them and shit. They would cook me soup. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, I'm not down with this race shit. I see people for what people are. I don't see the color of your skin. Listen, man, Rick, when that guy went to step in front of Rich's car, the first thing out of his mouth was the color of the man's skin. It wasn't a dickhead, a cocksucker, a motherfucker. He is 100% racist, dude. That alone is enough for him to be thrown in the wood chipper. Because people like him is what keeps this goddamn country divided when it comes to that shit. That's the problem, folks. Now get off my fucking soapbox.
Yes, guys, I'm gonna post because Dad likes to fuck with me. I'm gonna tell y'all something. You know, my father thought he was a fucking plant. Don't do drugs. That shit fucks you up. Oh fuck!
I'm not a good person. I've done bad things.
The man was laying in ditch.
From fucking cooking dope to fucking. I mean, there's not much I haven't been a part of in my life, dude. I mean,
majority of us.
You want to hear how shitty Dad is of a person, especially when he was younger? Dad, this kid asked Dad if his name was Jack. Dad takes the BB gun away from him and beats him with it.
That's my BB gun. But
oh, was it?
That's what I mean. I've hurt people, man. I hurt that boy. I was 17 years old and I hurt that boy. I made that boy not right in his head. No, I mean, it's not funny, dude. I mean, I mean...
You sure it wasn't Rich?
Up until 35, I didn't have a conscience, dude. I mean, I didn't. Up until my early 30s, dude. Up until I started getting right in my head, I didn't have a conscience. I didn't care what I did. I didn't care who I hurt. Listen, man. If you don't know. I don't ever want to come across like I'm a good dude. I've done good things. I haven't. But I'm honest. 100% honest, man. I give you my word. I'm going to follow through. As long as I can.
And this is the world he has to live in. All by himself in a motel room now.
And if I can be a part of making that world a little
Would you
smaller,
want his life? I
a
wouldn't.
little rougher, I take joy in that.
And I see people full of hate, and they somehow think that they're going to destroy
I
this
don't
life.
hate either one of them motherfucking people, dude. Listen, man, and here's the facts about hate. In order to hate somebody, they have to matter to you. They have to mean something to you. Something about them has to mean something with you. They're both insignificant, like bugs. They don't.
I got a question.
I don't hate either one of them.
Serious question.
I don't hate. There's very few people I hate. Now there is a couple, but very few.
Serious question. Right?
Hate breeds darkness in your soul, man. Don't hate people.
Serious question, Ryan. How can you not hate Rich? You said your sister died of the C word. I've lost loved ones to it. I'm losing a grandfather to it. How is being right or wrong in the head make that okay? As children, we're taught, most of us, we're taught you don't lie, you don't tell fibs, and you don't lie about having illnesses and shit.
And pointless fibs. Why is the point of him saying all of it? Think about it. There is no point to it unless it's to get emotional.
So yeah, I lost my cool with Rich on that live because, and I'll freely admit it, I felt better since that live. Everything that I had building up in my life until that point, I let out on Rich. Was it right? Was it wrong? But you're not gonna look at me and fucking call me a liar. You're not gonna say nothing when the proof's there. It's not my fault that Rich can't handle the fucking truth. Because if he handled the truth, he would swallow a fucking shell through the back of his skull.
Him and Barry, they could have got ahead of this shit. Listen, all they ever had to do was come out and be like, "Yep, I said," and every time it's brought up to him after that. Every time it's brought up to him, "Yep, I know I did it. I fucked up, but I'm trying to do better." That's all they have to do is own the shit. Then there's nothing to use against them because they're taking responsibility and they're owning it. They would take it away from all of us. But they ain't bright enough to do that. Even though you tell them to do it. It's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing to them.
And I'm not going to be Dad. Dad, I'm going to tell you the truth. I despise, you're right, I hate Rich. I freely fucking admit it. If his brother was to get online and say, Richard Fuller had a heart attack, he's dead, I swear to God I would do a TikTok dance in my fucking garage.
And me, I would just go on about my day. I'd be like, cool.
As a matter of fact, I would fucking get a plane ticket to go to Boston, and me and Jeff would go up there and dance on his fucking grave. First of all, the main thing that the racist shit, and the other main thing, you lied about cancer. I don't give a fuck you lie about heart attack. Who cares on that aspect? Cancer. You don't fucking lie about that.
Look, man. Same what I said earlier, but I've also experienced things in life that very few people experience. I've experienced true love, and I don't know if it's forgiveness or what, but true forgiveness. My wife's mother and father, they should fucking hate me with every fiber in their. If I was them, I would hate me. I would kill me. Dude. But they invite me out. They invite us out there 3-4 times a week for supper. I mean, and she's been dead for going on 3 years, dude. I wouldn't let me in their fucking yard if I was there.
Listen, I want to say this.
I mean, so my point with that is, I don't care how many cars Barry's got. I don't care where Rich lives. People like me, we're rich compared to them. Because we have the things in life that matters. Like you, Brian, you got the shit that matters in life. You got your daughters. You got your wife or your girlfriend, whatever she is. You have the things that they don't have. That puts you on a different level than them. They'll never have that or experience the feelings that you get to experience and feel. All they'll ever be able to do is lie, cheat, and con their way through life thinking they're getting somewhere. And it takes somebody like us to come along to remind them every day that you're not going to get away with it. But we see you, asshole. You're not hiding no more fucking with people. And people are going to know.
Here's something I would like to state. Dad always... Alright, you guys. So, GoPro battery died. So what I was saying was, I have loved ones, dude. Loved ones. They're family, blood.
That's blood.
That
he hates.
That I fucking despise.
And they've never done that to him. I mean, directly to him. It's just because of me or his mom. I mean, but they've never done nothing to him. And they've never really done nothing to us. You know what I mean? They just never treat us right.
Listen, I'm a firm believer in fucking loyalty. Right. Loyalty above all else. If you fuck over whether it be my sister, my grandpa, my grandma, my aunt, my cousin, whoever it is, I'm never going to be cool with you. I'm going to hate you, and if I have a chance to get even with you, I am going to get even. You don't have to do anything to me. Just fuck up and do something to somebody I care about. And I won't stop until I get even. And I get to decide when I get even. Does that make me a petty bitch? Yes. Does that make me hate whatever the fuck, spread hate, a hateful person? Yes. But you know what? It's loyalty.
Hate will sting your soul, man. Once you start hating a whole bunch, man, it just like takes over. At least for me, I can't hate. It's hard for me to hate, man, because I don't want to deal with the baggage of hate.
But with that being said, do I look for fucking every excuse every day to get it even rich? No, I get it right. Dude, I said this to him in a live. His own followers set him up. We couldn't have found out the hotel. We couldn't have found out him hearing the shit about this lady. None of this shit could be done without his own fucking followers. They set him up to fail. And this fat fuck is so dingy that he thinks they're his fucking friend.
Look, him going, they're burning up shit from a year ago. That's the definition. No, dumb fuck. Once it's brought up, once you've done it, it don't matter when it gets brought up. You've done it. Why should you get it just to get forgotten? Because listen, man, you have certain types of people in the world that think they can say and do whatever they want and time heals all, and that's just not reality. At least not the reality I've ever lived in.
Mission to destroy Jabba's life. And I sit back and
So Dad, I'm just gonna speak for Dad real quick. Dad, don't. Me? You're damn right. If I could ever get even more even than I already have, I'm gonna get it where I can. The same way as somebody kicks me, I'm gonna come back, and you best fucking believe I'm not gonna stop till you're done.
But listen, what he's saying, Brian, you have a point, and he's right. Look, I say when I say they can't get out of their own way, that's what I'm talking about. What he just says. He says in a minute. They're gonna do it to themselves.
To a point where I'm almost wanting to laugh at you guys as much as I laugh at him.
And I hope you do.
What do you think you're going to accomplish?
If I'm doing this and it's not coming across somewhat funny or comical,
what did we accomplish? I'm going to name a couple things, right? He got kicked out of that hotel room. Which none of this was necessarily me per se. This was this community. This was Jeff. Jeff's the man when it comes to this shit.
Yeah, but we're not going to go into talking about what we've done and what we've done.
So that's what we've accomplished.
There's so much more. Look, man, listen, Barry Beamer, up until he started with us, he is a minor attracted person. Don't you think the world should know? Don't you think his friends should know? Or at least have the opportunity to know that when he comes to their house, he might be checking out their granddaughter, their daughters, shit like that. What we've done is we have pointed out bad people and we don't let it die. We keep pointing it out. We keep putting it out there. They can't hide. That's the whole point. They can't just be who they want to be and just hide in anonymity. That's not going to fucking happen.
And another thing, Rich come there sucking my cock. He wanted this thing. He's sucking my dick, telling me how good both these channels are. Go watch Mako's live, you'll see it. But you know what? The one thing I kept consistent with him, even when he would suck my dick, I would tell him to keep his fucking shit. I'm still gonna be after him. That's because I gave him my word. I'm not done. I'm not done. And I even gave him the fucking option. Go to TikTok. Go to YouTube.
I asked before any of this started with either one of these clowns, and if I start with somebody else, I'll ask them the same question because that's what I've always done. Are you sure you want to do this? I'm nobody. I'm no tough guy. That ain't what this means. I'm saying once we cross, what I mean by that is once we cross this line, we can never be cool. It can never be forgotten or forgiven. For the rest of our natural lives, we are going to be fucking not cool. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make you as uncomfortable as I can in life. It don't make me a tough guy. That's not what any of this shit is, or any of that meant.
It makes us petty bitches.
That makes it your decision. That way, in a year from now, you can't come back and say, "Why are you doing this to me?" Well, because I asked you, motherfucker, and you said, "Fuck me. Do what I gotta do." So I'm doing what I gotta do. You asked for this. They both asked for this.
Don't you realize he already destroyed his life?
Yes, exactly.
His life is already destroyed. And he did it all by himself without any help from me, you, anyone else. And now all you're doing is lowering yourself to his level.
Listen, I'm gonna print on a shirt just so everybody's aware, just so this can never be said again. I'm a petty fucking bitch. I am petty. I am vindictive. I am a petty bitch. And if I can get it where I can get it, I get it.
You could chop me and Austin off at the chest, and we still wouldn't be on their level. You would have to be that person to be on their level. We are the reminder. We are the conscience them cocksuckers don't have. That's what it's about. It's just, I just want to bug them and remind them every day of what type of person they are. Every chance I get, I want to remind them.
One of my favorite, and this is me, one of my favorite comedians, Christopher Titus, he's one of my favorite comedians, right? In his one of his stand-up shows, he's talking about himself, and he goes, I'm a little bit of charming, wrapped up in arrogant douche. That's me. Just a little bit of charming, wrapped up in a whole lot of arrogant douchebag. Freely admit it. Don't care. I'm a petty, vindictive douche, if that's what you want to call me. But you know what? If I make Rich want to fucking second guess get on a live stream, then my day is brighter.
My question is, why should either one of them motherfuckers or people like them be able to hide in anonymity? Just forget about it and let them prosper and grow on a platform like this? Why?
Coming on here looking like ranting, raving lunatics.
I am a lunatic. I freely admit that. I'm a fucktard.
Is he him?
I mean,
is he really worth it?
Do you want my answer, bro? You want my answer? Yeah.
He's not worth getting on here and ranting and raving. Brian, I agree with you. I tell him that. He's not worth being angry over. He's not worth that energy. You're right. This ain't supposed to be about that. And it turns into that sometimes with people, not even our channel all the time, but it turns into it with everybody. Because these cocksuckers seem to strike a chord with people once in a while. For the most part, this is supposed to be lighthearted, poking fun at them. Just trying to make their day hard. It's not supposed to be that. And to anybody who's got offended by somebody getting on a tangent and screaming and shouting or something like that, I apologize.
So,
because that's not what it's supposed to be.
Listen, okay. Somebody like Rich and Barry listen, dude. In order to be a good man, a kind man, and all the shit these motherfuckers want to portray. That means you've been through the ringer and shit. Dude, I have fucking crawled my way through. You guys wouldn't even understand
Dude's
the week.
25 years old.
Oh, and it's gonna keep fucking happening, dude, because I have a hard fucking time.
It cracks me up, man. I mean.
Yeah, well, at least I didn't think I was a fucking plant.
Oh, goddamn, dude.
Yeah, try one to swallow a bullet at 21.
Don't sleep for 21 days straight, and you'll think you're all kinds of shit.
Anyways, somebody that they've never struggled in life, dude, for anything, whether it be loss, depression, anxiety, nothing like that they've ever fucking struggled with. And then to get on here, and Rich want to portray like he's got depression and anxiety and all these fucking illnesses that he wants to. That's a spit in the face of somebody like me.
He probably does have depression and shit though. But that's not even. I don't care. Him to get on here and he's got cancer, had heart attacks. I mean,
there's one in every store.
I mean, all this shit, dude. It's just ridiculous, dude. I mean,
people get pissed off because bad people like this should not.
Right. And let's be clear, Rich is struggling in life more than Barry ever has. Barry's the one that's never struggled or had to struggle until his mom died. Rich looks like he's been on his own for a little while. He just ain't bright enough to get out of his own way.
I want this is a judge of Rich's character, okay? He had a son. The kid, mom leaves, takes the kid, right? Mom would have probably let Rich see him, talk to him, and when the kid would reach out to Rich, in that life, Rich admits that he would never answer the phone when this kid would call him. What's that tell you?
I mean, listen, a lot of people have stepkids at that. When they split up, they don't. I personally wouldn't necessarily hang out with somebody like that, but I mean, because all my friends that have stepkids that got divorces, they still claim them kids, and especially if they spend any time with them.
I'm not going anymore.
Because blood don't make you family. I mean, I'm gonna make that clear right now. Blood does not make you family. Blood makes you related.
Yeah, I got that off my chest. I know I'll probably get some backlash, and that's okay.
I hope you don't. I didn't take any disrespect from you. I mean, I'm just trying to answer the questions that you asked. I didn't think that you'd come across disrespectful. That's just my opinion on one person, man. I mean, so I didn't take any offense to you. I just hope I answered the questions that you asked. I mean,
there's not going to be, and even if that was to die today, there's not going to be a day for the next 20 years unless I end up fucking dead in the ground that either one of these two fucking losers are going to be able to fucking rear their ugly ass head without me playing a game of whack-a-mole with them. Whether it be Barry, whether it be Rich, whether it be because I'm sure there's many more motherfucking people to come, whether it be any of them. Once I'm on your ass, I'm on your ass. I'm gonna be that. You notice how Rich can't even do a live anymore and say it without fucking saying they're recording it. He can't even do a live without talking about any of us.
Listen, there's one thing that I learned at a very early age, at a very, very young age. Once there's bad blood between somebody, you can never trust that person again. Ever. And listen, even if I'm the one that caused the bad blood, you still can't trust. There's no such thing as a washing it away. It just don't happen. It just don't happen.
Listen.
Because the first chance somebody gets, they're going to get you in the back. It's just how it is, man.
How many of y'all would have a dog, right? You go feed this dog every day, right?
A dog is the only creature you can kick and kick and kick and it'll still with your hand.
Okay, a wolf, whatever. You're feeding the animal, right? One day you go out there and you don't have the food, right? The dog bites you, okay? Come back next day, dog bites you again. How many times are you gonna walk in that fucking cage without food and let it just keep biting at you, nibbling at you? Rich is that dog. We specifically told him don't go here, and he bit us when we tried helping him. So now I'm on his ass. Except, unlike Old Yeller, I can't put his ass down yet.
And before anybody goes, well, who in the fuck are you? Nobody. I'll take it away from you. Nobody. I'm nobody. I'm just an asshole who's
That
a man
puts
of my word.
information out, and maybe somebody bigger than me will get onto it.
I'm nobody. I am a guppy and a pond of sharks.
But that being said, I want to probably do some Barry content. I don't know. Did want to let everybody know this. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Go check out the main channel, as there will be an LS video coming here really soon. On, I think we're going to do the engine pull and the engine assembly in one video, and do the actual swap in another video, just to save time, because I don't want like an hour-long video. It's already going to be a really long video. So if you guys want to see that and see me build an LS, then I've already done one before. But you guys want to see that, go check out the main channel, 4-Man Speed Shop. Thank all you guys that are over there watching. Thank all you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I went live today for like 7 minutes. Nobody hopped in, so I got off. I was bagging up windows, Thunderbird windows to ship out. But yeah, I'm sure Jeff will do his review to this. Jeff's actually the one that actually mentioned this to me.
I want to say one more thing. Something else that Barry and Rich has done. They've created a community. They've created a community of people who are sick of people like them. They are sick and tired of dealing with people like them.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing them get ahead, seeing them prosper.
Yeah, I do have a question for you.
I have made friends that I would have never had in other states that I talked to on the phone. I mean, it's brought decent people together.
So Dad, one of our subscribers I'm not going to shout him out here, I'm sure he'll know who he is, sent me a message on Facebook, because we're Facebook friends, said he's got a 2007 Hummer H3. The transfer case controller module is fucked up. He bought a used one, cannot part for them. Are they plug and play, or does it need reprogrammed? So I'm assuming he means the module on the side of the transfer case. I told him I would ask you, because I have no idea.
As far as I know, the ones I've changed, I've just put on. But my Avalanche, I've had it since his mom died in 21, and fucking, I put a module on it. I put a button in it. I've checked the grounds. I can't figure it out. So the only thing I can think of is mine. It's a computer problem. But as far as the module itself goes, I'm pretty sure it's just plug and play, because it's a Hummer, but it would just have like an LS in it style motor, right?
Yeah.
But it's a diesel.
Again, I'm sorry for not reaching out. You sent that Sunday. I'm sorry, but I don't spend a lot of time on Messenger. As Jeff and fucking Fasting to tell you, I'm hit and miss on there.
Did you say you bought a used? Was it a used module?
Yeah, that's what I said.
The only problem I can see you're going to have is, and I've had this problem on several of them, is if you bought a used module, you don't know what gear it was in. If it was in 4 high, 4 low, all-time 4-wheel drive when you pulled it off the other transmission, and what's yours in. So you might have to reach up in there with a pair of channel locks or something, and manually shift your transfer case into whatever position that one's in, and then just grin and bear it, because it can be a bear to get it to line up after that. Because if they're not both in the exact same position, you know what I mean? But they say you can put them in neutral, even if this module's bad. They're designed to put in neutral, but still you don't know what position the used one was in when it came off. But supposedly you can put them in neutral by holding down the 4 high and 4 low at the same time for 20 seconds or so. You can Google it online and it'll tell you how to get yours in neutral, even if you have a bad module. Your transfer case in neutral.
Hopefully that answers your question. We've been busy.
I am no master mechanic. I'm only talking from my experience. I'm sure somebody has a better take on it, a better view. Please feel free to chime in and help the gentleman or the person. I mean,
so there's something else I want to say. Hey, Dad, what did you get rid of yesterday that you wanted to get rid of so bad?
That fucking bucket van. Jesus Christ. That thing's here for 5 years. It's gone. I took a bath on it, but it's gone. It's gone.
You guys know what that means? I can finally. You know what I'm ecstatic about besides my fat bank account. Besides that, the fact that when I drive the Corvette now, I don't have to worry about fucking accidentally like turning too sharp and knocking my passenger on that big ass van.
Believe it or not, folks, I don't like the way my yard looks. I don't.
What? You don't give you a chubby like it does Barry when you go out there?
It looks like shit. I am so sick of just needless bullshit. I mean. And that van was needless bullshit. It came here 5 years ago to get fixed. The guy never come up with the money, Then he got sick.
Well, when it first came here,
he sent me the title and I got rid of it.
Well, when it first came here, we put sensors on it because it rats it through the sensors. Then it was the upper, then the upper controls wouldn't work. You'd have to The bottom
only
was
work the
work.
bucket from inside from the lower controls.
And it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was, Dad said it, the rockers, I never got underneath the van. I never even really touched it.
I mean, I could have got more out of it. I could have fixed it. I mean, it stayed here so long the brake lines rusted away. I mean, it had brakes when it came, and then they popped when I pulled it around the front last time. I mean, that's what I mean. I mean, you're going to see by end of summer this yard's going to look different. This house will look different.
I want to click on Barry's stuff because get off Brian's stuff and get on Barry's stuff. So I want to address something there. And before we even get into the video,